Everyone in the town of Elmsworth knew the story. Deep within the old Elmsworth forest, a girl in a red dress was said to appear on foggy nights. Some say she floats, others say she walks, but all agree, if you follow her, you're never seen again. The legend began over 70 years ago, when a young girl named Alara went missing in those very woods. She was last seen wearing a red velvet dress for her 13th birthday. Search parties went in, but only silence came back out. Now, children are warned, never enter the forest after sunset. But legends fade and thrill seekers rise. And this time, it was a group of 5 high school seniors looking for a viral video. They planned to record a ghost hunt in the forest. Laughing, they packed a camera, flashlights, and snacks. They didn't believe in the ghost, but the girl in the red dress believed in them. The group of 5, Liam, Sarah, Jordan, Mia, and Tyler, met at the edge of Elmsworth Forest just before sundown. Jordan, the skeptic, laughed as he turned on the camera. "Let's find this ghost girl," he said sarcastically. Sarah, the quiet one, kept glancing nervously at the darkening trees. Mia rolled her eyes. "It's just a story. We'll be in and out." They crossed the boundary marked by an old broken sign. An old trespassing, Elmsworth Woods. The forest was unnaturally still. No wind, no birds, just crunching leaves under their boots and an occasional nervous giggle. They followed a narrow trail that led deeper, past twisted trees and moss-covered rocks. As night fell, fog began to settle in like a curtain, thick and sudden. Tyler's flashlight flickered. "Did you see that?" he whispered. A shape just beyond the trees. Red, flowing, gone in a blink. The laughter stopped. Now it was real. Sarah was the first to scream. She had turned around and seen a figure standing just behind a tree. Only for a second, a girl no older than 13. Pale skin, black eyes, and a long red dress flowing like it was underwater. When the others looked, she was gone. Jordan ran to check the area, finding nothing but leaves and a strange symbol carved into the bark. It was circled with jagged edges, unfamiliar and unsettling. "What was that?" Liam asked. Sarah whispered, "It was her, I swear." The group pushed deeper, thinking it was just fear playing tricks. But the air grew colder. Heavy like invisible hands were pressing down on their shoulders. The forest seemed to shift. Paths that were once clear now twisted and vanished. Their phones had no signal. Even the compass app spun wildly. They weren't just lost, they were trapped. Then, from behind them, a faint giggle echoed. A child's voice. And ahead, there she was again. The girl in red, standing still, watching. And then, she smiled. Following the girl, they reached a strange clearing where a single, massive oak stood, blackened and burnt, yet somehow alive. Hanging from its limbs were shards of broken mirrors. They dangled and turned slowly in the still air. Jordan raised his camera to record, but the screen glitched violently. His battery, fully charged a moment ago, dropped to 0. In one mirror shard, Mia screamed. "Look," she shouted. They all saw it, not their reflection, but a version of them dead. Liam hanging from a tree, Sarah covered in blood, Jordan crushed under fallen logs. The group backed away in terror. The girl in red appeared behind the tree, her head tilted, watching them through the mirror shards. "I don't want to stay here," Sarah cried. But the forest had already decided they would stay, and it always starts with fear. Tyler was the first to vanish. 1 second he was right behind me, and the next, gone. No scream, no sound, just silence. They searched, yelling his name, but the fog swallowed their voices. A small trail of blood led away from the group into deeper woods. Liam followed it a few steps before stopping. The trail ended at a single red shoe. Tyler's shoe, still warm. Jordan wanted to go back. "This isn't funny anymore," he muttered, but there was no way back. The path was gone. Trees had shifted. Even the landmarks had changed. Then a new sound echoed through the trees. Tyler's voice. "Guys, help me." But it wasn't right. The voice was flat, lifeless, repeating the same words like a broken record. And then, in the distance, the girl in red slowly stepped into view, dragging someone behind her. As night deepened, the fog became alive, whispering voices in every direction. They couldn't understand the words, but the tone chilled their bones. Sarah began mumbling things under her breath. Names, dates, places she'd never been. "What's wrong with her?" Mia asked. Jordan tried to shake her out of it, but Sarah's eyes had turned milky white. She collapsed in a fit, and when she woke, she was different, calm, but distant. "I saw her," she whispered. "She was betrayed, burned, buried here. She's angry." The whispers grew louder. From the trees, the ground, the mirrors. Sarah began walking toward the fog, like she was in a trance. The others screamed after her, but she didn't turn around. The fog swallowed her whole. Mia found an old journal near the roots of a mirror tree. It belonged to Alara, the girl in red. The pages were burnt around the edges, but parts were still readable. Alara had lived in Elmsworth 70 years ago. She was quiet, always alone. Her parents thought she was cursed because strange things happened when she was near. Lights would flicker, animals would die. On her 13th birthday, villagers accused her of witchcraft. They took her into the forest, tied her to the tree, and set her on fire. The final page had a bloody handprint and just 3 words: I will return. Now it made sense. Alara was no ghost, she was a curse. Anyone who entered her woods would feel her pain, her anger, and her revenge. Jordan, now panicking, tried to escape by running in one direction. He screamed, cursed the trees, threw rocks. But the forest didn't let him leave. Suddenly, he tripped and landed in front of a mirror shard. It showed him, running, but then stopping and bleeding. He looked up and saw Alara right above him, floating. He screamed, then silence. When Mia and Liam arrived, all that remained was Jordan's camera. The footage was corrupted, except for one clip, Alara's face, inches from the lens, smiling. Now only Mia and Liam remained. Exhausted, hopeless, and terrified, Mia remembered what Sarah had said. Alara was betrayed. She doesn't want us. She wants them, the ones who burned her. But those people were long dead, unless Alara wanted others to feel what she felt. Helpless, forgotten, hunted. Mia stood up. Maybe I can end this, she said. She walked toward the tree, whispering an apology into the night. You didn't deserve it. You were just a girl. The fog paused. The whispers stopped. For a moment, it felt peaceful. Then a red ribbon floated down from the trees, landing in Mia's hand.